Hi everybody, Mrs. Damel again. Last time we met, we discussed how to compare and contrast. Look at how things are the same and how things are different. The focus of this lesson today is drawing conclusions and predicting outcomes, which requires the reader to infer as they read to build comprehension. The first, drawing conclusions, is to execute this strategy. Readers combine information from the text and using their own background knowledge to build additional meaning. Similarly, when we predict outcomes, readers use their imagination to think about what might happen based on clues in the text in combination with background knowledge. Questions such as why, how, what do you think, and what will happen next challenge readers to make inferences, which is also a skill we use every day in our lives. So let me give you an example to prove this. I'm going to tell you some things that I made for dinner last night, and I bet you'll be able to guess exactly what I had for dinner last night. First, I put some lettuce in a bowl. Then I added some chopped carrots and tomatoes. Next, I added some shredded cheese and chopped walnuts with cranberries. Finally, I tossed in olive oil and vinegar. Can you successfully conclude what I made for dinner last night? Based on the clues, using what you know about ingredients. If you guessed a salad, you came to a successful conclusion using your inferential skills. Now let's practice this skill as readers. Today we will be reading a text which is a fable titled The Lion and the Mouse. This is one of many Aesop fables. Remember, fables are simple stories which teach the readers a lesson. The characters usually learn a lesson as well. They often have talking animals as well. So fables are stories written to teach a lesson. Think about what you know about lions and mice. Which animal do you think is braver? Are lions and mice usually friends? Let's dive into the text and explore some more. So our focus question for today that the author would like us to look at is, how do you know the lion and the mouse got along? So we'll be thinking about that as we read. Read with me. The Lion and the Mouse. One day, a little mouse was hurrying through the forest. In her rush, she ran straight across the lion's nose, waking the lion from his nap. The startled lion swiftly placed his huge paw across the mouse's tail. He roared with fury, opening his mouth wide. "Oh, noble king of the forest," squeaked the trembling mouse. "Please forgive me for waking you. If you will spare me, I shall never forget it. One day, I might be able to help you." The lion was very amused by what the little mouse had said. "Oh, you are brave to plead with the king of the forest," the lion said, laughing. "Shall I free her or not?" he thought. The lion lifted his paw from the mouse's tail. A few days later, the mouse heard a terrible roar that echoed throughout the forest. The roar sounded very familiar. The mouse ran through the forest towards the sound. The lion was caught in a hunter's net. Using her sharp teeth, the mouse began gnawing through the ropes of the net. Before long, the mouse chewed a hole large enough to free the mighty lion. Thank you," said the lion. "You have saved my life." "Sometimes even a tiny mouse can save a mighty lion," said the mouse, smiling. Now let's return to the text and get the gist of the lion and the mouse's relationship to answer the focus question. On page 50, the lion and the mouse are having a conversation. We can tell by all of the dialogue. After their conversation, the lion freed the mouse or saved him. In the end of the story, the mouse frees the lion or saves him. As readers, we can use what we know about characters and relationships, as well as textual sequence, we know the lion and the mouse had a good relationship because of the mercy they showed each other, saving each other from dangerous situations, while typically they are not friends. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about the moral. As readers, we can use what we know about the characters and their relationships, as well as the textual sequence, to determine the moral or the lesson of the story. The author definitely wanted to teach us a lesson. First, there is no being so small that it cannot help greater. So no matter how small you are, you can still do big things. Also, kindness and mercy brings great rewards. We've been focusing on that all year, haven't we? Kindness and mercy brings great rewards. I'll let you chew on that. Be sure to practice the extension activities, and I'll see you next time.